This is Chapter 8 of Hourglass. I should probably play some music. Alright, so this is Chapter 8 of Hourglass, and this is where kind of people are coming together. If you haven't seen the previous episodes and you're watching, you probably should to understand what this game is. It's a little different than normal games. This is kind of an interdimensional, inter-time travel game. Using here as our hardships, everyone has come together or will come together from a different place and a different time. And we're going to get started. Oh, hell. Alright. Let me read you something. We'll backtrack after this. Each of you make it to the shore of the massive lake, either from within the water or from without. Where are you? Some of you have a slight inclination of what this might be, or at least the faintest understanding of difference. Others, it was a blink of an eye, a trick of the mind, a bad dream, but pinching yourself does not stir you from your sleep. The sky is blue. The clouds are white. A huge planet sits as the backdrop above you. It was so very close. There was a smaller heavenly object as well, further away. It did not make any sense to wherever you were. It wasn't so alien. But that wasn't all, as the clouds seemed to obscure another unnatural shape. Was it some sort of planet or moon as well? It was hard to tell. Everything was out of place. A shockwave of panic strikes you as you gulp down your fears for now. After a while, you hear a bang over your head, like the lightest of explosions. As your eyes peer up, multicolored streamers spread across the sky in a crackle. They shimmer and swirl and form the letters or pictograms that you can understand. Here I am, for a lesson in time. Come hither, young folk. Come to your proctor, and we will begin our first lesson. Learn about your new world, your new life. Eventually, the words move, shift, and draw an arrow that points down. It wasn't far, you didn't think, but you had to get there to find out. What we'll do now is you can discuss how you kind of are coming to the shore from where you were. We can just go left to right. Starting with Emma.
All right. Licia finds herself in this strange new place after having seen her friend Teresa killed and a strange man with some sort of helmet that turned into a necklace as she held it, ushering her and pressing a jewel on the necklace to transport her to wherever this was. She's called out Teresa's name, searched around, with her eyes, trying to find something familiar, some way back, some way to try to go back and help her friend. However, as she is panicking and becoming overwhelmed by the sights around her, she sees these letters appear in the sky. She doesn't know what all this is. She doesn't even quite understand it. However, she knows that she has no other option. And so, cautiously, while looking around for any other sorts signs of life, she begins to follow this arrow that's appeared in the sky.
Samuel, as you are in the water, what is your reaction?
So it's one of panic at first, and then realizes that he can see the surface, swims up, looks around, doesn't know where he is, doesn't even know what the hell happened, looks for the nearest bit of shore and just swims there. Probably not too far. Clambers up onto the mud, sand, whatever is there. Looks around. What the fuck? And he'll try to use his instruments to figure out where he is. Anything, navigation's all malfunctioning, not working very well.
As you would use your navigation systems, you see the arrow kind of spin, right, as if your compass is just going wild.
He puts it all away and looks around, trying to figure out if he's ever been to some place like this. Hasn't. And then he sees the arrangement, the lights, streamers. He looks to follow the direction, still trying to test the air to see if he should be in a breathable atmosphere or not.
Yeah, your system would register that it is breathable oxygen.
So he turns off his oxygen and lets his helmet break down.
Sergeant?
Okay. Sergeant Walker sort of steps through this portal and arrives in this place, and like everyone else, it's shock. He was half expecting something and really wasn't sure whether to believe this person who talked to him had promised him a chance to change history. But now, stepping through into this other world, he really starts to believe that maybe there's a chance. But it's overwhelming. This is just so different and so nice. He's just been in hellholes for so many years that he can't quite believe it. All the displays in his helmet, the heads-up displays, are flickering, disconnected. But he can see that there's a breathable atmosphere, and feeling overwhelmed, much like, unbeknownst to him, Samuel was feeling. He pulls off his helmet and takes a big breath of the probably remarkably clean, fresh air, and unable to really form a sort of coherent thought, he takes off a glove and just drops to a knee and runs a hand through the grass.
Yeah, you smell that grass smell, right? Just very, everything seems clean and just definitely nothing like you've ever experienced before, or not for a very long while at the very least.
It brings back some memories, and probably some painful ones. It's a long time since he's been somewhere this peaceful, and it reminds him of what he's lost. And then after a few seconds, the guilt creeps in. He's here in a place that's peaceful. He's here in a place that's comfortable, even, it seems, and serene. And yet, to get here, he had to do something he swore he'd never do. He left one of his men behind. So as he falls into routine and checks his weapon, starts looking for sort of reference points, other people, any native wildlife, all the rest of it, internally he's going through turmoil.
Yeah, you see the streamers above pointing in that direction. Zorath, as you exit the ship, one thing I want to add for you is lying outside the ship is the man that had done something to the strange cave for you.
Oh, the old man, yeah. What was his name again? Sorry?
I don't remember.
Me neither. Zorath probably wouldn't remember, honestly, either, after this kind of
Yeah. And
language didn't understand.
right.
So.
In his hand you see something. It looks like a very nice stone spearhead. Very sharp, like flint kind of thing.
Yeah, Zorath sees that as he walks out of the strange metal cave. He looks about again, just taking in this bizarre place. Is Zorath in Malthun? This does not make sense. He ponders to himself as he looks around. Malthun in his culture is the place where memories go to rest. The memories of those lost. Not their spirits, but their memories alone. As he wanders, he heads over to the old man and picks up the spearhead. Would he still have his other spear?
Yeah, you got it. You notice when you pick up the spearhead, there's a shaft to it, like it was attached to something at one time. You've never seen kind of this, because usually you would make your spears just into the end of the shaft of your, the spearhead would just go into the shaft of the spear, and you'd tie it off. Well, this has like a fitting. The fitting,
like one piece almost.
Yeah, the fitting is orange. Yeah.
Yeah, Zorath looks at it strangely as he picks it up, kind of holding it up in the light as the sun, or suns, or moons, whatever light is being created, shines off of it. And then, as he looks at this reflection in it, he sees strange colors, and he looks up to the sky. And to his shock, and probably dismay as well, he sees these words in Zanaradi, pictograms essentially, but doesn't quite understand how this is happening. The shamans on his world are said to be capable of great magic, but something like this is unheard of. So, of course, as any curious person such as Zorath would do, he quite calmly and quietly begins walking, heading the direction that the strange message advised.
You each walk over this hill, and on the other side of the hill, well, not each of you actually, Clark, you come from the lake itself. The rest of you approach from the tree, or this plain of tall grass. You see in the distance on the other side, as you're actually walking, and Samuel, maybe you saw it behind you, but there's a big object in the distance on the side of this lake, set on this cliff face. It's all you can consider as some sort of tower. Lesia, you would probably have the best recking of what this is. It looks just like a, something you might see in the outskirts of your town, like a castle almost, a castle tower, but it's made of this solid kind of rock, and it just casts a huge shadow over the lake. But as you see each other as you're walking in, and you see that there's this huge creature. It's bigger than you are, probably 3 of you wide, and it's probably 8 feet tall. It looks like its body is made of some sort of stone or synthetic material. It's kind of hard to grasp for some of you. It could be an alien for some, a monster for others. It seems to be seated around a small camp, It seems to be looking at something on the ground, and as you all approach, I'll go ahead and let you react to what you see. Each other and this thing.
Well, I mean, the first thing Zorath does when he sees any movement is just drop flat to try and remain unseen. Of course, given the nature of this massive plane, the grass isn't quite tall enough to cover him. So he's just hoping the others don't quite look his way as he watches their interactions and this strange beast that he's never seen the sort of before. These men, similar to the thing that came and destroyed his, well, not his camp, but a settlement, essentially. Similar to those, wearing metal all over themselves. He lays in wait cautiously.
Mark.
He's approaching cautiously. He's aware that he doesn't know where he is or what this creature is, but he's learned to be very careful around things he doesn't recognize. So he is approaching with his rifle, not pointing at it, but the butt of his rifle is right into his shoulder, ready to bring up. And it's across him, and he's watching it like a hawk. And he's got his helmet back on, and he stops a little distance away and just observes for a moment.
And you notice there's other people around too, right? You see the rest of the group coming as well, so it's not just this thing that you see.
Yeah. So, yes, probably Samuel will look oddly dressed and fairly reassuring. Alicia will probably look like a kind of someone either dressed very strangely or a kind of historical reenactment. And Zorath.
He's basically in a three-point stance now with his spear up to one side, realizing everyone sees him. There's no avoiding it, but he's still in a defensive stance, essentially.
Yeah, so Mark is watching Zorath and the alien as possible greatest threats here. The other two don't seem to be immediately threatening. He's watching them.
Licia sees the others and is almost comforted in the fact that she's not alone, and that there are at least others there that she can hopefully speak to and figure out what's going on. As she sees this large creature, her brain remembers hearing stories about orcs and Goliaths, and she never imagined that they would look this way, and she can't really distinguish which this maybe is, but with her curiosity piqued, she slowly begins to approach it while looking towards the others, perhaps to see what they're doing.
Clark, as he comes from the lakeside, he looks around, notices Zorath, and starts to give a bit of a wide berth, seeing what is presumably a half-naked person, man.
Yeah, he's got woven pants.
With a spear. Again, recognizing he has no clue where he is. He's thinking maybe one of the new colonies. Not sure. Heard about some weirdos out there. Sees Alicia. Just sees a cloak. Maybe, again, someone from the new colonies. They don't get things as readily as the other colonies. Sees Mark, and there's a hint of recognition there. He's worked with military before, but the armor looks a bit old. Again, maybe someone from the new colonies. So he's starting to feel a bit sure of himself. Maybe he's got some ideas of where he might be. And then he sees this, and that's probably not from anywhere that he's aware of.
Yeah,
So
give
he
me.
brandishes his multi-tool, not at it, but he has his multi-tool in one hand, toolbox in the other, and is very warily walking towards the camp.
Give me a desperate lore check. So 29 is your TN.
Oh Christ!
Ooh. I hope you make this. That would be hilarious.
Probably not.
You never know.
This is mental. There we go.
It's a big alien.
My system's just being slow.
That's fine.
It's all good. Mine was doing that earlier. I think it's just roll 20.
Did not roll.
I did not see a roll.
No.
No.
Let's try one more time.
It'll probably do both once you click it. That's usually how it goes. Riddles are the best.
I think riddles might.
Yeah, it
Yay!
wouldn't have exploded because it's not trained.
Wow.
Okay.
So it would have been 28.
Oh.
That's
Oh, no.
actually. Hold
Go
on.
on.
Oh no, just
one
barely
shy.
did not get it. Okay,
Shy.
so you look at Mark, and as you say, it's kind of his gear is a bit familiar, but you just can't quite place it. You're pretty sure that you've seen it before, something like that, but it's just not quite clicking exactly. But as you kind of get closer to this thing, it looks up and it's got 3 red eyes. One is set in its forehead and they all blink simultaneously. And it gets up and it has what some of you would know, not Zorath, but Lycia, Samuel, and Mark, some sort of writing utensil. But it looks like a feathered quill. It's more probably noticeable to Lycia. And he's writing on something in the air, and you see, like, as he's writing, there's some characters you see just kind of like light up as he does so and kind of disappear. You're not sure, it's too far away to know, but you think it's in a language you understand. Like Zorath, you see it, it's like, runes or, pictograms, whatever you're used to seeing. Like he just kind of scribbles it in the air and then it finally disappears, and he says, this thing kind of like clambers a bit forward. Well, good day to each of you, and you all understand him immediately. Well, no, you just kind of come forward. Be well.
Zora's not liking the look of this. Something other than Zanorati using their pictograms and runes and stuff like that. It's probably some kind of mix, therefore, but it's unprecedented, obviously. He's never seen anything like this, let alone... I mean, there's a lot of shit on Halavanum, but nothing like that. And certainly nothing that can write like a Zanorati. So
he's speaking your language, too.
Back. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that's baffling him the most. So he takes a couple of steps back. What are you?
Well, I am called the Proctor. You can call me Mr. Proctor or Proctor. Come forward there. I administer your first training to test to see if this is the right place for you.
Zorath kind of tilts his head. But actually, like, everybody would probably notice, he seems to relax when this guy says training. He's like, now he's piqued his interest. And Zorath kind of looks to the others, eyes very squinted, very much taking them in, assessing them. He's probably most concerned about Sergeant Mark Walker, just because of the type of strange weapons that that strange, horrible hunter of Zanorati had. as he looks at this guy, it looks pretty similar, so he's keeping his guard up around him, but he seems to kind of circle around so that so that none of the others are behind him at any point. And if possible, make sure he's behind the others in turn, as he kind of circles around them to get over to this thing.
Yeah, I think Licia was probably closest to Mr. Proctor when all of this started. And so as he speaks and as he's talking about this training and this test, she looks a bit confused and takes a few steps closer. Pardon me, sir, but I must get back to my friend. She is in trouble. Is there anything you can do?
Oh, sorry, I'm not involved in the recruitment of agents, just the training and testing. You'll have to talk to human resources for that.
But where am I? Where is this human resources?
Oh, back at the hub. But don't worry. I'm here to answer any questions I can. But, well, for sending you back to your places of origin, that's, as they say, above my pay grade. Ha ha ha.
Zorath now looks confused because it's a strange juxtaposition of getting what the guy means but not understanding what he's saying. Right? So it's like the meaning comes across, but like Zorath, his people don't necessarily have words for this. So they're entirely new words in a way, almost. More concepts than anything. For stuff like pay. So, again, approaches cautiously. Still very quiet for the most part.
Yeah, Samuel will speak. So you keep seeing agents training for what? What are you training us for? Agents of what?
Oh, yes. Some of you, I do understand, were brought here under duress. It's unfortunate. But these things happen, especially right now, you know. Interdimensional galactic war and all. Ha ha ha. But, yes, I'm the proctor, and what I can tell you right now is each of you been selected either by chance or, he points at Mark, not you. You were here quite on purpose. Let's see. Yes, to join the agents of Hourglass and fight against evil and those that are trying to change time-space and wreak havoc across multi-dimensions and multi-timelines, and, well, I could go on and on and on, but, you know, that.
Mark is he walks a little closer to Mr. Proctor, and he doesn't seem. He's not too worried about him now. He's a little cautious, but he's not really considering him a threat. He's still keeping an eye on Zorath, because he's not sure how Zorath is going to react to all this. But he gets a little closer and he says, "Wait, you said that you prevent people changing time. I was brought here as an opportunity to change time, to stop the war, to stop the slaughter, give humanity a chance to survive."
Well, in certain situations we do. Well, you would know that, well, I guess I can just tell you, sometimes they change the past for you, and they destroy your timelines, and that's what we want to prevent. So actually, by you changing your past to the correct timeline, it would fix your current situation. You know. Yeah, you can all understand each other.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes Zorath all the more confused. Because now he's curious if there's actually a Zanorati under that fucking helmet. But nonetheless, he approaches. Zorath does not understand. This does not make sense.
Well, I can understand that it would be kind of confusing. You are typically, what do they say, too primitive for the recruiting process, but as I said, it was under duress, and so you're here. We'll make do with what we have.
He kind of nods, unsure of what exactly is going on still, but he kind of looks to Sergeant Mark Walker and kind of, not necessarily threateningly, but more accusatorily, points his spear towards him with one arm. Are you Hunter of Zanaradi? You look like Hunter of Zanaradi.
Soldier, not a hunter. Why don't you put down that spear, son?
He kind of takes you in.
He's not aggressive, he's just he's very wary sounding. Like you lower that, you're making everyone nervous.
He kind of looks to Lesia and Samuel and Mr. Proctor, kind of trying to take in their expressions, having a bit of a hard time. They're similar to his own, but it's still enough of a cultural shock to not really be able to get them quite. And he looks to you. What is wrong with head? Are you Zanaradi underneath? How do you all speak Zanaradi?
Mark looks across at Mr. Proctor and says, primitive, you say?
Yes, well, not my fault. Not a part of the recruiting process, like I said. Anyway, the reason you can all understand each other is because of your your timepieces. Yes, they do other things than keep track of you in the multi-dimensional space. I think you each have one, yes.
How does one have a piece of time?
Time is everything. We belong to time, and time belongs to us. We're Hourglass. We can go anywhere. We can do anything.
Yeah,
And
Clark looks at his multi-tool that is presumably his timepiece that was given to him just before he ended up here, and looks over at other people's things, so he sees something similar.
Yeah, unless, I think you would probably see her necklace for sure.
Yeah, she kind of touches her necklace upon hearing all of this. So you're saying that there's a chance I can still save my friend?
Yes, it is possible. It is possible.
Thank the gods.
But if you fail this test, unfortunately we'll send you back to where you came from. You won't remember this experience, and whatever happened is going to happen. Sorry.
I shall not fail then. What must I do?
The test. Well, I'll let you ask any questions before we get into that. It is only fair. Anyone else have any questions for me?
While he's talking to Licia, Mark will walk over to Samuel and nod to him and hold out his hand, and he's put his rifle on his back now, and he says, Sergeant Mark Walker, 51st Perseus. You?
Oh, I thought you were military, yeah. First Engineer Samuel Clark, USS Monarch. Lead Engineer of Team 5, formerly.
Yeah. Great. Well, I guess we stick together and we can get through this, right? It's weird.
Yeah, it's, I gotta say, it's good to see somewhat familiar face, you know? I don't see a lot of military types on board usually, but we've worked with military before.
You must be from pretty far in if you've not been caught up in the war.
Which war?
Mark's just absolutely shocked because he thought they were from the same place for a moment, and then it's like, how can this guy not have heard of this? The war that's wiping humanity out. And it's what, the war. You know, the war with the Vidal. You know, the war. It's been going on for years. It's racking the whole galaxy. Humanity's getting wiped out. How can you not have heard of the war? Where have you been?
I don't know what's been going on while I was away, but last I heard, planetside, we were talking about trading in plasma tech with the Vidal. We've never had a major conflict in space.
We don't have plasma tech. Oh, we love plasma tech. I mean, and he's just can't. He stops. You know, and he's starting to realise that they're not from the same place after all.
Yeah, Mark, you probably don't even know what plasma. You haven't ever heard of plasma tech. You're not sure.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Zorath was confused as fuck as well, just kind of listening in. he gets like the concept of hot energy, but that's about it.
Yeah, Clark's looking at Mark. And did something happen back home? And Monarch was only gone from Soul Sphere for about 2 months. I mean, did a war kick off when we were gone that fast?
It's been going on for what, over 10 years. I mean, 15, I think now.
What? What? Wait. Well, what? 15. What year? Wait. What year is it for you? I'm trying to understand here.
And then, yeah, light starts to dawn on him, and he says, "Oh, it's God, what was it for him? It was what
2120.
2120. Okay. I think it was basically about 100 years before you whenever we were talking.
200.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is. I don't know how this works. I'm an engineer, not a physicist or whatever those guys do. But we got about 200 years of difference, my man.
So you can't be from the past, right? You were talking about technology I've never heard of. Just humanity to survive the war? We live?
I keep telling you. I'm just telling you, we've never had a war with the Vidal at all. I did a college apprenticeship on one of their planets, man. They're assholes, but we've never been to war with them.
The proctor finally says, yes, you'll see. Well, you're from what's called Earth Alpha, and you're from Earth Beta. Different timelines, you see.
What is Earth?
Oh, it's a planet far away from your planet, Zorath. In a different galaxy.
Zorath kind of ponders. His head is a bit tilted, and he kind of strokes his beard, kind of pondering, like starting to kind of get the meaning of these people are from a very different place, basically, and they're definitely not Zanarati, and he doesn't know where he is, but this guy's saying, hey, let's go hunt, basically, so he's like, still pondering.
Yeah, the proctor looks over to Lesia. Are you alright, girl?
Yes. All of this is a bit confusing to me. However, I simply want... I imagine I will understand as we go. However, I want to continue so I can hurry back to Telisa.
The best thing about time traveling is you can take your time, because you can go back whenever you like. Well,
Yeah, she doesn't laugh at that.
yeah.
It's a very serious face.
Well, your test then. You see that over there? And he points to the very predictable spire in the side of the cliff on the other side of the lake. You need to go there and get inside and meet with the librarian. And then she'll tell you the rest. That's it.
That is it?
That is it.
Zorath has a question.
Oh yes, Zorath. What is your question?
Zorath does Proctor's training, yes? Zorath can move time, yes?
Yes. Once you're properly trained.
And Zorath can still hunt, yes?
Sure.
Zorath kind of looks to the field behind him, turning his back to the others for the first time.
As you guys see, he like pulls out his pen again, and you see him write something about special education. Zorath, like.
Zorath kind of takes it all in and turns back. Very well. Zorath will hunt for Proctor. So long as Proctor teaches Zorath.
Oh, no. I do not do any of the training or teaching. I'm here to judge and watch and grade you. There are others that will do such things as training in the hub. You can talk to them. Mr. Time will probably assign an agent to you for your training and upkeep if you survive.
We hunt great beasts then.
Yes, great beast things to hunt.
Very well. Zorath goes to... And he kind of tilts his head. Tower, yes?
Yes, tower. The Black Tower. Well, there's your boats. He, turns over and, does like this with his fingers, and 2 rowboats just appear magically on the shore.
You are strange shaman, Proctor.
Oh, this is a simulation. Don't worry about it.
Kind of tilts his head. Again, the kind of strange foreign concept battering at his brain. Not really understanding, he just shakes his head and starts heading to the boat.
What, this is all VR?
Oh, yes. Yeah, your bodies are currently... they are in Medical Bay 28 of the hub. We are monitoring your vital signs and making sure everything is just fine.
Extra training. Makes sense. Safer. Yep, alright. Thanks.
But if you do die here... you won't die there, but you'll be sent back to your worlds to die there.
Zorath will not die. Zorath is strong. Hunts many years.
Yes. Well...
At least he's confident, and he will strap his toolbox to his waist. Do we need any library cards, or we just figure out the entrance on our own?
Oh, that's part of the test, boy. You must use your mind, as well as your strength. A good agent has both. And we are in a war, like I said.
There's one thing I know, it's war. Alright then. And he puts his helmet back on and looks around at the others and says, Well, shall we head to the tower?
Um, yes, I would very much like to go. As she heads towards the boats, she doesn't completely understand what VR or a simulation is, but she gets the feeling that it's not quite real. And so on the sly, she kind of wants to like pinch the tips of her fingers to see if she can like feel them or if they're still numb.
They still feel numb to you. Um,
Okay.
yeah, you don't feel any different. No one feels any different than they normally do.
Gotcha.
The proctor puts his hands on his hips. Well, I wish you luck, students. Yes, yes. Good luck with my little test.
Zorath clambers into one of the boats. It's probably like a dinghy, basically, right?
It's like a rowboat.
Oh yeah. So he's not used to quite such a wide boat. They have more like canoes almost, which are actually pretty high-sided.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a bit uneasy in it, but he grabs one of the oars and kind of pretty much snaps it free from the little holder. Not sure why it's stuck there, as he begins to reaches forward to start paddling at the front of the boat, essentially, using one oar, paddling one side to the other, like a canoe.
Mark will... Presumably we need to take both boats, so Mark will get in the other one.
You could probably
Take up
squeeze
the oar.
into one if you wanted.
Yeah, it might be quite good, because then we can talk on the way. Mark will join Zorath in there and kind of squeeze up.
Yeah, Clark will sit in the back and complain about the lack of a rudder.
Yeah, Alicia will get in as well.
Alicia, you're probably the most familiar with something like this, honestly. This would be something that
Yeah.
very, very
Very
common to you,
familiar.
right? You're wondering what
Um,
Zorath is doing by grabbing one of the oars out and just trying to go on both sides, but...
Yeah. If she can, she's gonna grab the other oar and call out, and pardon me, sir.
Zorath, never having heard the word "sir" before, is confused, but hears her talk and kind of gets the feeling it's directed at him. And turns.
That is
This one is Zora.
Zorath. A pleasure. That is not how you do this. May I? And she kind of gestures for the other oar.
Looks to it. Is it not? It seems simple, but boat is too wide. And passes her the oar.
Yeah,
What
she's
is this
gonna-
one called? He says as he points to you.
My name is Licia. It is an honor to meet you all.
Zora's kind of, without any comment, looks to the other two. And these two.
looks around and says, Mark, pleased to meet you.
Samuel Clark. You can call me Clark, Sam, Engineer Clark, Engineer Sam, whatever works for you.
Sam. Go for it, Zorath.
Oh no, he basically just said Sam then, and kind of gave a nod.
Sam, Mark, and Zorath. This is how you do it. And she's going to kind of try to re-establish the other oar and sit in the middle and then begin kind of moving the ship with equal strokes on either side. And I imagine it is now going much faster
Yes.
than what Zorath was
Yeah,
trying to
he
do.
was basically turning it a bit in a circle, because he just couldn't get over to, his floundering, but...
He looks it over, and he's quite marveled at it. Perhaps this boat is not bad. This boat moves quickly. He kind of looks a bit over the edge.
Be faster if we could hover.
Mark chuckles. Look, it's going to take us a while to get across there. If we're going to be set challenges, they're probably expecting us to work as a team, and for a team to work, you've got to understand each other's strengths. So maybe we should all tell everyone what our skill set is. I mean, mine's pretty obvious. Soldier, weapons, tactics, stealth. That's about it for me. You, Zorath, you say you're a hunter.
Zorath. His face grows a little bit darker. Zorath is exile. Hunts the forest, jungles. Sometimes near edge of desert, but not much. Zorath is... He kind of looks to the water a little bit and peering down into it. Zorath hunts. Zorath lives. This is all Zorath knows.
You said you're a technician, right?
Engineer, but close. Yeah. Engineer. I've been deep space engineer for almost 2 years, or was before what happened that brought me here, which that's something else entirely. But yeah, I graduated, taught my class, SDTU, class of 2318. And I was also, when I was in high school, a California state champion powerlifter.
Useful. Thanks. And his voice takes on a slightly gentler tone as he... does Licia looks quite young in her pictures. Does she actually look that young?
What do I have as her age? She's about 23.
Oh, okay. Okay. So no, he carries on in a normal tone then, and sort of says, "And you, Licia, what do you do? What skills do you bring to the team?"
I work for a man named Gianni, and when he needs certain things, I acquire them for him.
What? Stealth, infiltration, that kind of thing?
Yes, you could say that.
Zorath, kind of confused. You hunt from shadows, yes?
I steal things.
You are a thief, then. And he looks a bit more irate at that concept.
Yes.
Thieves. And he kind of grumbles a little bit as he looks to her and then to the oars. You do not steal from Zorath, he says, looking at her with a very stern face.
Do not worry, you do not steal from associates. It is against the rules.
Good.
Sounds like a good code.
Exactly. Steal his fucking stick. Not me stick, it's only a left.
I'm going to say, all he's got is his stick and his pants, so he's going to take something.
Yeah.
Please God, take the stick.
You got two options. Which one is it? Very different outcomes.
So you're you guys are all just enjoying the ride as Licia easily is paddling across this lake. I would like you to give me a perception roll, everyone.
This is perception.
Yeah. Now, so if you look at the way I got this set up for you guys is in your macro. If it has an asterisk, you're trained in it, so you don't have to look that up every time. Or it's not an asterisk; it's just a T.
Yeah.
Or you can roll it from your sheet.
Nice.
If you roll it from your sheet, you'll know. But
Zorath is a very perceptive boy. I forgot it's key K4 on that shit. Ooh, shit, Licia! Fucking hell. Even better than Zora.
I was pretty pleased with my 21, shall I say? You're wrong.
I mean, we both have pretty crazy high perception, it looks like.
Yeah, it's probably good.
It's being super
No, it's fine. You're fine. You, as at least the three of you, maybe Samuel as well, he can see this as well, so it doesn't really matter. You notice that tower is getting taller. The cliffs are getting taller. And you look back, and the shore is now above you. And you kind of give a look towards the middle of the lake, and you see this vortex as it almost looks like a drain. The lake is emptying quickly.
I do not mean to cause alarm, however, I believe there is a whirlpool in the center of the lake.
Yes.
Go
paddle faster.
Zorath, may you take one and help?
Yes. And Zorath quickly kind of clambers, probably over Mark or Samuel, one or the other, and grabs the other oar. Ready?
Yeah, and she's going to quickly call out like the paddles and try to quicken and strengthen the pace.
Yeah.
Mark will say, how about I take that one and you call out the pace, Licia?
Very well, and she will relinquish that to you.
Or in fact, actually, Sam would have said he's powerlifting champion, didn't he? So actually he'll say Sam should take it, not him. Because if Sam was the powerlifting champion, he'll have the most pull. And Zorath's probably pretty
I feel like that's a good
pretty
combo.
muscular.
Yeah, Samuel would take it.
Cool. All right.
Alright, so this is a timed event. This is not an opposed time event, but it's a timed event against doing something fast. So this is a medium timed event. So basically you're going to get 2 rolls to try to beat the difficulty. Give me one sec. And with I'll give somebody's going to lead with athletics or drive if they want. And then there'll be 2 benefits for the people helping.
I have 5, keep 3.
That's pretty good.
Let me see. Yeah, mine's not too bad. I think mine's the same, actually, 5k3. Yeah,
Nice.
for athletics. Sweet.
Nice.
We got buff boys!
Yeah, mine is good, but it's not that good.
I don't know.
So maybe
I don't know.
I'll let one of you roll the first one. And
I get a +1 for being skilled. I think that's the tiebreaker.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Plus
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, Sam, go for it.
All right.
Well, I mean, yeah, you mentioned that you were, like, really strong, and Zorath's gonna trust that as well. Mark seemed to trust it, so...
All right.
right,
So
so-
you're gonna roll your athletics and give yourself 2 benefits. And this is a 3 rank challenge, so I'll be rolling 3d10.
Oh, I fucked up. It double plussed.
Okay.
It would be 19, 20, so 20, 33.
Okay. So let me make my roll.
Sweet.
Nice.
Very good.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Alright, so
These rolls today.
you're currently at, you said 33 for you, so you're currently at a -2. So 1 more. Give me another roll. So as this looks, is you are just water is just your paddle. You and Zorath are completely in step with Licia calling out the oar strokes, but man, this thing is just pulling so hard, and your shoulders are burning. And I'm gonna roll. Oh, that is enough to
There we go.
succeed. So how does it look as you're finally able to break away from this vortex and get the boat to the other side of the right next to the tower on the basically it's lowered a little bit, but you're able to get it ashore where it's not that big of a deal right before this thing just empties eventually.
I would say for Clark's part, as they're struggling to kind of push this thing forward with the oars, in his toolbox he finds a little booster, usually a replacement thing for bouncing around mag boot style stuff. Gives him a little bit of extra strength to push through. He throws it on the back of the boat.
Nice.
Little booster push thing.
Fitting.
Nice.
I like it. Yeah, Zorath huffs and puffs as we finally get out of range of the whirlpool. Ah, you are strong indeed, Sam.
I told you, powerlifting champ. Not easy in California either.
While they were actually rowing, Mark stayed quiet and let them get on with it. But as soon as they were ashore, he sort of, not too loudly, but he sort of says, "Yes!" and claps all three of them on the back. He says, "Great teamwork. Brilliant. We're going to do well. We've got a good team here."
Zorath admits Zorath does not usually hunt with others. You seem adept. Or actually, he doesn't say you. It would be Mark seems adept. Or these ones seem adept, even. It's still going to take a while to get used.
Yeah. You notice that you look down, and it's probably 500 feet. It empties into a huge. You see this massive hole in the bottom, but you've avoided having to make the climb. And you see this. There's a little pathway that kind of goes up towards this tower. Climbs up a stairway.
Well, we avoided getting drained into a toilet bowl. I guess it's a good time to see what's waiting for us up here, huh?
Yeah, sure that wasn't the end of it. Stay sharp.
Yes. The proctor, yes. This one says we face great trials. Surely something will come for us, yes?
Well, he said trials. He didn't say they were all going to be physical. That in the boat was danger, but it wasn't a creature, right, Zorath?
Yes.
He said he wants us to use our minds as well as our muscles.
Clever trials. Fitting for a shaman.
Yeah, something like that. I think he wants us to be shaman and warriors.
And actually, there's a word for that for them. I mean, fuck, they do have a word for it. But yeah, he kind of nods. Like, Zorath understands.
You make this climb. It's not too bad. It takes you probably 15 minutes, and you come across this walkway on the edge of the cliff, and at the base of the tower is this massive door and this engraving of something in it. And you see that there's letters chiseled into it, into the front of it, a bunch of them.
The ones we can understand?
Yeah, they all make sense to you. They're pictograms for you, but everybody else sees them in their own language.
And what do they say?
I can show you what it looks like.
Okay. A spoken word unseals me. It starts with T. Halfway between twins, the next character lies.
I'm just immediately distracted by the 3 letters bottom left.
Where is your mind at? Get it out of the gutter.
It took me like 2 seconds to spot that.
I was looking all around there for ages.
2 seconds. I'm just looking for words, and I was like, gal, come. Okay.
Yes, that is it. The proctor is very funny.
Hey.
Whereas I saw the word thy. That's all I'll say. Actually, like fourth row down, I saw the word thy.
I can't.
Leave it there.
Amazing. Let's see.
Yeah, puzzling is when it's
I
look
love
it up.
puzzles.
Halfway between twins.
Halfway between the same. We don't know it's horizontal.
Oh, okay. That's pretty easy.
We don't know horizontally or vertically, right?
No.
So I can see K.
Halfway
That's probably
between
on right.
twins. Yeah, because I see that we've got the two ends on the right. So that would be a K there, but
Seems unlikely TK.
yeah.
There's an
Seems
L
unlikely.
with a D between. Again, that seems unlikely. Third row from the bottom. A U. That would make it a G again. Unlikely.
I will let you guys roll. Probably like. I don't know. What did I say? Hold on.
Well, there is a vertical row with R's just to the right of the gap. There's a vertical row with R's, and halfway between them is an E. If you count the door ring,
True,
door
if you count
pull
the door
as a
handle.
yeah, that is actually halfway with not a number of letters, so it could be TE.
The spoken word unseals me. Starts with T, halfway between twins. T-I... Time! No?
That would be thematic.
Yeah.
No, that would fit.
Oh,
That would
halfway
fit.
between twins. The word twins. Halfway across long
Exactly.
it
So the word
is.
twins, you have I, and then
Yep.
you have, if you look down below, I mean, we have C-U-M-G-C, so that would be M there potentially. But I mean, it's a stretch.
I mean, I'll let you do investigation rolls if you would like, but there'll be consequences later if you, for hints, basically.
For sure.
So it's not time. That's what you're saying.
Probably not.
Oh, is that what? Is that something you would like to? Would you like to try time? There is you don't know how to. I mean, in character, there's nothing that says how to like give your answer or anything. But
Yeah, Zorath would definitely mumble time then at one point as he kind of looks through the different letters.
nothing happens. No.
Clark, knowing that he's terrible at these things, is going to start looking at the proportions of the door and seeing if there are like weak points or anything that he can feel.
He needs like a fucking notepad. Christ.
Weak points. Hard to say. There's no hinges. There's definitely a very tiny crack that goes from the bottom to the top in the very center, where it likely opens. But it's solid stone.
Halfway between twins. So let's see, what's each one? I don't know if these could count, but I guess the gap could be considered like an I or an L potentially, but I doubt that would be considered. So we've got NKN, HRH,
It begins to rain, and you hear this strange
Can Licia try to determine what that noise is coming from?
Yeah, it's coming from behind you down the path somewhere.
Can she go look while the others are trying to figure this out?
Yeah.
Cool.
I will whisper it to you.
Oh, wait.
I'll do an investigate for lack of any better idea. But no.
Go for it. Because I don't see anything that mirrors either. Unless... Because there's no W. So it couldn't be that.
The second letter is H.
Ooh, interesting.
Second letter is H.
TH. And he sees
The they? Everyone, sorry to interrupt your thinking. However, there is a giant heart floating outside.
There's what?
huh?
Turn around and look.
Yeah, it's a bit down the path, so you can't see it from here. She just kind of went down the path and looked around the corner.
Is it heading in this direction? What? A giant heart?
Strange. Sort of.
Maybe it's there coming out this way to put time pressure on us.
Yeah, I think Zorath will. Well, yeah, he'll go ahead and give a roll, I guess. What did you say it would be? Investigation.
Yes.
Does he have it? Of course he doesn't.
You need a
He probably
14.
has no idea, really.
You can spend a fate point for an extra benefit, too, if you want.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you get a benefit on your roll.
Cool. Come on, my clever boy. Fuck yeah. He's a clever, clever boy.
The next one is R.
THR.
Okay, Mark's gonna give a try, and I'll
Okay.
done,
Okay. Yeah.
a fate point as well. Yeah, I've only got one. Okay. And do I get that back at the end of the session, or for next session? Or
Yeah.
does it stay
Yeah.
there?
You get it back.
Okay, so I'll spend that. Let's do this. Move that aside. Mental.
What does it mean, that?
Investigation. Oh, he's not trained. Right, benefits 1. Trained, untrained.
No.
It's not really his.
I'm just trying to understand this puzzle. But I'll try an investigation as well.
So what THR have we?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
I'm trying to figure out where exactly the H would come from more than anything.
Maybe it's the twins. Because there's the two H's and then there's an R between them.
Yeah, that would explain the R, but not the H, because the only other H
They're
up
the
ahead is not between paired letters. So that wouldn't stand up, because the K would be involved too at that point.
Samuel's gonna say the word through aloud.
Nope. Nothing happens.
Another investigation check. I don't know what. I have no idea.
Yes, one sec. You can give me one if you want. Yeah, sure. Yeah. As you guys are just standing there trying to puzzle this out, you hear just a laugh, and it sounds like the proctor, and he's like, it looks like you're stumped.
Zorath does not know puzzles.
Well, just 'cause I like laughs. You see the T on the bottom right there? And you see the T on the top left? What's the middle letter?
Then it is.
H.
Yeah, then you see that H, and then you go 2 across to the other H. What's the middle letter there?
Threshold?
Oh, you got it. You got it. And the...
But what about the G?
What about a G?
U. He points to the U's down at the bottom. Going across, there's a G in the middle of them.
Starts with a T. The door begins to crank and begins to open slowly.
I think diagonal. Diagonal. Right.
As this happens, the door slides open, but you kind of see there's something standing in the doorway, and he's like, well, I can't let you get away scot-free, can I? And, hold on one sec. Let me open this door. These things come out of the walls. They're these huge, they almost look like the Proctor a bit. They look like they're made of stone, and they just kind of, and they begin to like just slowly walk towards you. And let me throw up the grid. Just sit yourself inside the nearest grid marker. That makes sense for you. Alright, let me make sure the initiative is clear. It is. Go ahead and roll.
Alright. Oh, there we go. Nishaton. I do get I think my +2 is already factored, isn't it?
Should be. We'll see.
I got the +4 as well. Come on. Don't think it is. Well, I don't think it matters, does it? Yeah, so I'd have a +6 total to that, so it'd be 46. Oh no. Yeah, +6 total, I believe. Let me double check. I didn't change that originally. Because it should be... Oh no, it doesn't have the +2 in there, it's just the +4.
Okay.
So it's 44.
It's if it doesn't, if you're the
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. It
whatever.
doesn't fucking matter.
just
does it?
remind me to do it later.
Sure.
Okay, so let me. All right, Zorath, what would you like to do?
Yeah, he has his spear. I mean, he's been kind of using it like a walking staff up to this point. Always at the ready. And he sees this one in front of him. He's actually going to stay where he is. Zorath takes front, yes. And he's actually going to kind of move up here to kind of block its path out.
Okay, 1 AP. Lycia, you're up.
So looking at these things, are they just like completely rock, or are they like living creatures but their skin is like rock?
Well, they look like living creatures made of rock, from what you can tell.
Because she's only got a dagger, so it's kind of a thing of I'm not sure how effective that would be against these things, or how effective she might think
Yeah.
that might be these things.
Yeah, cutting rock is tough.
She will move back here.
Okay.
And that's gonna be it. So that's 1 AP?
Yep.
Cool.
Samuel.
Samuel's going to go ahead and draw his needle pistol that he has out of the back of his suit.
Yeah, normal
I
draw.
think that's...
2.
Yep, normal draw.
2. Interact. Okay. Sergeant Mark.
Yeah, he doesn't have his rifles on his back, and these things are looking close. So he pulls out a pistol.
Okay. 2. If you ever want to interact quickly, you can for 1, but you got to make an athletics roll. Or acrobatics roll, sorry. Okay. So everybody's gone. It's their turn. I'm going to go with the one in front. The one in front looks at Zorath and, well, it doesn't move forward. Suddenly, it kind of rips off a piece of it, a huge rock, and it flings this stone at your head.
Oh, shit.
You are in point blank range.
Yep, just straight DV.
Let's see. Whoops.
Let's just hope they're not accurate.
Cross his fingers.
There.
Let's also hope that it's not like a cone attack, because man, could you imagine?
That's a miss. It goes flying over your head and just over both your heads and goes off the cliff harmlessly. All right.
Oh yeah, could I get vision on their trackers?
Do you not have it?
No, we don't.
Not on them, Lesia or Samuel.
Yeah, I've just got it on me and Zorath. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've got it on the party and not Sam and not the rock golem.
I don't understand. It says. All right, I'll have to fix that. Don't understand why it's not. It should be automatic, but okay, I guess not.
I don't know if maybe it copy pasted from an older thing. I don't know.
Can everybody see everybody now?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, actually, I can't see Lesia.
Okay. All right, cool. Thanks. That's important.
Oh yeah, I sorted it.
All right, cool. All right, let me. My combat stopped, of course. Let's do that one. All right. Next guy is the one from behind. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to throw a stone at Sam. He's at close range, not point blank. Actually, let's see. Is he? He is at actually medium. From him.
Ooh, nice.
What happened? Throw. Thank you. My macro host. Hold on. Yep, misses. Crashes against the wall and just explodes. The last one, he's actually going to move 1, 2, Gets close to you guys. All right, 1 AP. You're up.
All right, yeah, Zorath will take a step forward,
Okay.
puts him to 2.
Okay.
I think he's no, Lezia's up next.
Yep. You can also do a lunge attack from there if you wanted. It would cost 4,
I think
but
it's good.
yep. Okay.
Yeah. Your game, Lezia.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were taking the lunge attack.
Oh no. There's too much AP.
I
Zorath is all about being cheap.
since this rock golem is right here anyway, she's going to experiment and try to stab it.
Okay.
There are different kinds of attacks, right?
Yep.
There's like attack and heavy attack.
Yeah, there's basically you could do things like cautious attack. You could do reckless attack.
You are faster. You could aim one and then attack because it's slower than us.
If you aim, yeah, you could aim one and then attack on your turn.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. So if you aim, put it 1 there, and then you're up to 2, and then you'll go before it, so you'll attack when it's your turn. I think actually it is your turn because you are higher in the initiative than everyone else. So
Oh, actually, I think
is it Zorath than you? Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So Zorath, he wants to test this thing's defenses a little bit. Poke at it real quick with a rushed attack. Try and get a feel for it. See how tough it is. So I'll have my 1 hardship. But I will go in. I'm using it 2-handed, so I have a +1 from that, and I've got the other +2.
+1. Two-handed doesn't give you a +1 to your attack. But,
Oh, does it not?
no, but that's fine. It's
adaptable, I thought.
15. It doesn't even try to dodge. It hits it, but it just your spear just. You get 5 pierce. Yeah, it doesn't get through. It just hits it. Doesn't go through.
Interesting. Yeah, he sees that it's a bit too tough for it, and kind of gets ready. It looks like he's about to reel up for something heavier.
All right, let's see. You're up now.
Okay, so I do knife. What does aim get me?
1 benefit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I figured it'd be tough.
That's a
Nice.
hit. 20.
I also have
Mhm.
a ability
Mhm.
that's lethal weapon dagger. Add 2 to the post roll modifier of a weapon.
So you'll do 3 damage instead of 1. This thing has all the same. It doesn't matter if you stab or slice in this case. So 27. It doesn't try to defend. So it's 8. So it's 19, and then plus your 3. So we're at 22, and then it has armor soak. So 22 minus 8. I think that's 16. Yeah, that's not quite enough to get it. So you hit it hard, but it just, you can't get through its thick rock-like armor.
Okay. Cool.
All right, who's up? I believe it is Sam.
Aim is 1 AP.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He'll take aim at this one.
Yeah.
With his needle.
And you can
pistol.
aim up to 5 times for 5 AP, but
I just want to make this time.
that's fine.
Go ahead of it.
What is happening? Sorry, guys. Just had a... Oh, that's nice. Had a browser crash. Hold on.
Oh, it's strength attribute divided by 2 to weapon damage.
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably already factored, huh?
I would have to look. I think it is because you do Pierce 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so... All right, let me... Who's up next?
Mark, and then the rock golem in front of Mark.
Yeah. Am I going to take a penalty if I shoot it from this close because I'm right next to it?
Not tech. What is? Do you have a Do you have a long?
Pistol.
Yeah, no, you won't. But he could defend if he wanted.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a try. Actually, I think I'll do the same as Sam. I want to aim because I want to make sure I hit it on its right side. So if the bullet ricochets, it will ricochet away from Licia. She's not armored as far as I can see.
Sure. Okay. Just trying to mess with the sound as usual. Okay. So, do we have any? This guy's kind of obscured. 3s, 2. The 2's going to go next to Mark. He's just going to try to pound. Basically, Licia hits him, but he just swings a fist at Mark's head. He's going to do a reckless attack. 3. 3 benefits.
Ooh.
25 would be to your chest. What would you like to do?
Well, presumably I need to dodge is my only option, really.
Yep.
So I'm going to try that. No, combat menu. Dodge.
You got this.
Yeah. I'm not trained at dodge, I think. Or is it always trained dodge, or is it
Mm-mm.
a skill?
Ooh.
Actually, no, I am trained. It's just not showing up.
Thank Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad. You reduced a lot.
Just-
You've got armor, right?
Yep.
Actual armor. I can't believe it. Zorath has never seen such things aside from tightly woven
I'm
pants.
trying to fix this sound real quick. Okay, so he rolled a 20. What did he roll? 25 plus 8. So that's a 33 minus a 21. So we're at 12. What's your armor, bludgeoning armor in the chest?
Let me check. It is. Gear and inventory.
You spent a bunch of money on armor.
8.
8. So he has it's crushing, so it makes it 4. So you take 8 damage. That's an injury. Let me give that.
Oh, it halves the.
Yes, that's what crushing does. So it just
Oh, I thought it added the.
no. Crushing halves any bludgeoning defense.
Okay. So I would have piercing defense with piercing, yeah?
No, attack and defense. Well, yeah, piercing would have their piercing defense. Hmm.
Okay, cool.
I can't get my sound to work. Okay, so how does that look as he just slams his fist into your chest?
Yeah. So yeah, Mark sees the fist coming and tries to dodge, but he's got so little room. He hesitates for a split second too long as he realizes he can't dodge to the left, which was his first reaction, and the fist just slams into him. And he's wearing this heavy armor, but it's not designed to prevent this kind of attack, and it slams in, and there's a crunch of ribs as it hits him.
Mm-hmm. Zorath, you're up.
Alrighty, yeah, Zorath is going to aim. Reckless. What does reckless attack do?
You get 3 benefits, but your defense, any defensive actions have, I think, at least 1 hardship. Let me check.
Oh, defensive actions specifically. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's going to. I mean, this thing's tough. He might need more than 3, but he's going to go for it with a reckless attack.
Okay.
That takes him up to 7.
Reckless attacks are 4, so yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's heard Mark get hit and the kind of thunk of that. He doesn't want that to happen, doesn't want to give it a chance. So he's going to go in with everything he's got. For 3 benefit, right?
Yep.
And I don't have a hardship this time because I'm not doing rushed attack.
That's correct.
And yeah, it looks like my +2 to post mod is already factored.
Yeah.
And it got the 1 for that already too, so it's all good.
Well, don't you have lethal weapon or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is then.
Mhm.
+2. Adaptable would be another 1.
Another 1, right?
Yeah, so it'd be 6.
It'd be 20.
So you have so you're at 27. All right. It is not going to try to defend 27 minus 4 because you have piercing. So that is going to. So it will try to defend or it would die. So it's going to try to smack it away.
Oh shit. Roll butts. Ah,
21. So yes, it just brings its hand up and you hit it in the arm and it just almost cracks the spear. All right, 3 AP people. Mark, I believe, or no, Samuel.
Yep. I will go ahead and shoot this guy.
Give yourself a benefit.
I don't see the needle gun on
Did it not get added? Go ahead and just do a guns roll.
I'll do it off the I'll do it off the guns. Let me refresh as well because you see my connection's interrupted.
Oh, it's on there. Oh, but it just isn't in the macros. Okay.
Yeah. Did it roll?
I don't see anything, yeah.
I'm doing it again.
There you go.
There you go.
23. Okay, so let's see how far away you are. You're what's the needle gun's range?
Believe it is 8. Yes.
Okay, so that's medium. So go ahead and roll. I think that's 2d10. All right. So it's an 11. That's a hit to the head. So it's 16. What is the needle gun damage? 12, right?
12 piercing with piercing.
Yeah. So 16 plus 12, 28 with a piercing. So -4. It kills it. How does it look?
Yeah, so Clark aims, fire, shoots this needle gun configuration, and this needle-like substance flies out and just splinters its head into a bunch of rocks before it clambers down the side of the cliff.
Yeah, it just like breaks apart and just falls backwards in multiple pieces. Mark, you're up.
Nice. Mark kind of registered that out the corner of his eye, but he's got bigger concerns, so he's aimed and he's taking his shot at this one right in front of him.
Yep. So you'll get a benefit.
Okay. Semi-auto pistol.
Just remember you have a -3 already from your injury.
Okay. It's not a hardship, right? Is that a modifier?
No. It's already worked in.
Oh, okay.
Did you shoot it? So you just shot a single shot, right? That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So 29. It's adjacent. It will try to dodge, or actually, it'll try to parry, knock your arm away. Man, roll 20 just must be really slow tonight.
Yeah,
It's
been all
slow
day.
for me too. Okay, so that's 29. That's 9 plus 12, 21. Point blank range. So yeah, there's no like so -3. So that's gonna kill it, even though you shoot it in the arm. So how's it look?
It raises an arm in front of itself to try and protect itself against this blow, but the shot goes right through it and just kind of blows straight through the arm, straight through the shoulder, and just shatters that, and then cracks just start spreading out from that point, and it just kind of slowly falls apart.
All right, the last one left. Reckless attacks.
Yeah. Not gonna bother dodging. It would be worse than my base.
$47.
Oh fuck!
Well,
I'm gonna have to
it'd be better than your base though, and
Right.
Now you might want to roll it. What's that?
Yeah. What's the
What's what?
what's minus for reckless?
Oh god, you take a hardship to your defense roll.
Yeah, exactly. This is why I don't usually use reckless. But I was like, well, shit, he's got to try and take this down.
I mean, you
fast.
could let the base defense. What's your base defense is what?
It's only 24. It wouldn't save me.
It'd be
Not
23,
with a
30, 31. He would take 31, 28. Do you have any armor? No. On your pants?
What is it going to? Right arm? No.
Or your arm. So you'd take a wound. So keep it.
Yeah, because if it is 28 and not 30, because 30 is the concern. But if it's not 30,
It's not
then yeah, I'll
30.
take a
It's
wound.
28.
It's not worth risking a roll and having it be that too lower.
All right. So
Honestly. So yeah, Zorath kind of just he sees it coming and realizes that he can't get out of the way in time, and he just sits there and takes it.
yeah, you feel your arm snap. Basically, I kind of envision you bringing your arm up and it just hammer fist down on your
Yeah, of
forearm.
course. He brings up his offhand essentially to try and soften the blow. Make sure it doesn't get his vitals, and it still like pushes him down to one knee essentially, as the arm cracks under the weight of this thing.
Lycia, you're
But
up.
he grits his teeth as he looks up at it. He can fight for a lot longer than this.
Licia will move up here.
Okay. You guys are kind of bottlenecked.
Yep.
All right, I think it's Samuel's turn.
Looks like it.
it would appear so. I don't have line of sight on the thing he's fighting, right?
I mean, he's fighting something, but I mean, it would be a very difficult. You probably couldn't shoot it from there. No.
I'll move there. Just one up.
Okay. Mark.
Yeah, Mark's going to call out to Zorath, dodge right, and he himself is going to, I guess, move over here.
That's 2.
Yep.
Okay. I believe Zorath, it is your turn.
I will aim.
No, it's actually Lycia's.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I will aim 1.
And then I will aim 1.
Okay, keep track of that. 1. You're aiming 1. You're at 9.
Oh, I'm at 8. I already up.
Oh, sorry. Just bring it down to 8 then. Samuel, you're up.
Can I see it
You
now?
can see it, yeah. You'll take a penalty, a cover penalty of a negative. Oh man, I'm gonna say this is a -6.
Makes sense.
I will aim 1 and just yell to Zorath, "Move, caveman! I'm trying to get a shot."
Not many places to move.
Find one. Lay down.
And, Zorath is it Zorath?
Yeah, Zorath's up, I think. Unless it's Lesia. It's Lesia.
7.
I can't see her
okay.
token, so it's hard. I can't see
Yeah,
her
it's
token.
my fault.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna aim again.
Again.
Good idea.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a ton. Oh my gosh, the lag! Holy crap! Whoa! Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. My whole computer like went black and then went back basically. This is tough. And, well, Lesia's like right behind him, so he is gonna. Would I be able to like duck down and strike at the same time, essentially?
Well, going
Well,
prone,
like,
going
right.
prone is free, right? But it would be you would potentially take an opportunity attack.
Okay, yeah, he's not gonna risk it. He needs to try and press this thing back. What is the one for pushing one out of the way?
Maneuver other
Maneuver,
offensive maneuver.
offensive maneuver. Yeah, that one. And what's the? Let me pull it up here. There we go. Sorry, it's so laggy today. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I'm gonna try and like get this back away from him.
That's gonna mess everybody else's shot up, but
Oh yeah, true. Because there's not really.
Would you know that though, being a loner?
That's true. He wouldn't realize what. Well, he'd know if you're trying to get a shot and something's in the way. That's not good. But yeah, he's just gonna go for a real quick attack and try and put a dent in it maybe, because he's not seen a whole lot of ways out. So I've got 1 benefit and 2 hardships.
one hardship. Oh, if you're doing quick attack,
I'm reckless.
oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
reckless is not a hardship. Reckless is a hardship on defense.
Oh no, I'm doing a
Quick.
rush.
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah. So okay.
Nah. Yeah,
Yes.
he makes a swipe at it, but yeah, he's too hurt with his arm in that condition.
Yeah, that did nothing. Let's see. I believe Valencia again.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw a dagger.
Yep. That's fine.
Cool.
This would be amazing if it killed this individual.
I know, right?
Stabbed it? No good. Throwing the
Yeah,
knife.
right in that little chink right there.
I was super aiming.
Super aiming.
Pretty
Yes.
good.
What
Yeah.
is your okay, strength 1, so this is gonna be
Gonna be close.
okay.
It's only 1 pierce.
Let's roll the defense. Yeah.
Oh shit.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not right.
Oh wait, it's point blank, isn't it?
It is point blank. Yeah, so I don't roll anything. And it can't dodge, so 28 minus 8 is 20.
Plus the 2 or whatever.
Yeah, so that kills it.
Hey!
Fuck yes.
Nice.
Yeah, Zorath sees the thing crumble in front of him, and he breathes a sigh of relief and kind of winces as he attempts to kind of right his arm a little bit, and there's a crunching sound as he does it. As he turns, gives Lesia a nod. Female hunts well. Lesia, yes, Lesia. We
At least,
remember
yeah.
Lesia's name.
Are you okay?
Zorath is strong.
That didn't really answer the question, but we're happy
Your
to
arm
know.
does not look very strong at the moment.
Says, well, we did well to take him down. Looks like you've taken a hit though, Zorath. Can I take a look? And he rummages around in his backpack for his first aid kit.
Let's see what this wound actually is. So let us find out. So Zorath, that was a 20. That was a 28.
Pretty hefty fucking
That was a
hit.
28. Let me go over here. Figure out your wound.
2 off, yeah.
Where is the...
He's a tough boy, but I mean, ooh. I mean, he did fucking tank a rock golem with no armor, so... I mean, what did we expect? Gonna have to amputate.
You have a sprain. The cure is amputation.
Okay, well, and sadly, there was a complication. We had to amputate in real life, too.
Alright. This is not what I'm looking for.
Damn, yeah, if only I'd rolled a little bit better. Because that's
You
the
can
type
say
of
that in
roll,
anything.
the 21s. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's always brutal.
Wound
Because
effects.
I usually hit 21 pretty easy with even with my hardship.
Alright, so it is... I can never find this. I don't know why. Where's that table? Sorry.
God, who made this system?
Can't remember every table. There we go.
Let us see. It's gonna be interesting. Shit. Arm explodes.
There it is, back here. Alright, here we go. What's your wound level?
My wound level is 15.
15, and it was a 28. That's a terrible wound.
I bet.
Yeah, just go ahead and... So just go ahead and roll a...
Resilience?
Oh, no. Terrible. Yeah, you just roll on the wound effect table. No wound effect dice, so go ahead and just roll...
Is that combat menu?
No, there might be something on the sheet. I don't know. You roll basically a 3d10.
Alright, give me 1 second. My Firefox is all not responding now. Everything else seems to be working okay. It's just roll 20 today.
Yeah, you just don't get any. You don't get any wound effect dice, which help it. You want to roll high.
And you said it was... Ooh, fucking hell. God, the lag. You said it was 3d10?
Yeah.
Cancel. There we go. 3d10.
They do not explode, so a 14. 14 is for arm. Serious to your strength. So serious is so your strength is now impaired. So your wound is gone. What happens? Wound is gone. And so the wound hardship is gone, but your strength is now 2 instead of 3 until it's healed.
Yeah, Zorath, he's kind of realigned it a bit from the way it was essentially broken. But it's clear he's not going to be able to lift much with that arm. He's in a bad way. It clearly looks very painful, but he doesn't seem to be making too much noise about it.
I presume there's not much I can do to help with something that bad.
You can use.
Yeah, you could use a. You could use a.
I've got like a
A,
field
a healing.
kit.
If you have healing, I mean, you can try to heal it.
I've
But
got
keep in mind that my.
first aid, I think.
Right.
Healing,
What
yeah.
the hell? My computer is having all kinds of issues.
It's roll 20 today. I did combat testing earlier, and it was like this all day long. I don't know what is going on with it.
Yeah, it's like hosed. Anyway,
I know, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
just keep in mind that if you
You only get 2,
yeah, you
right?
can only try to heal it twice, and then it becomes permanent.
And the other option is to can you do resilience, or is that what it is, or was that something else that we did last time?
No, well, you can do recovery. You can do a natural recovery roll
No, yeah. Zorath
after 7
kind of
days,
looks around it.
but
Yeah.
Mark can have a go. He's got the sort of field first aid kit, and he's trained in first aid. It's not a lot, but he can try healing up.
Yeah, Zorath sees you open the kit, and he at first he's confused as what you're doing, but then he sees like bandages and stuff. Ah, you fix wounds then.
Yeah, where I'm from, people get hurt a lot. Let's see what we
Zorath
can
as
do.
well. Many injuries. Zorath must tend to self.
Yeah, Clark is gonna, after he holsters his pistol, looks behind them and walks towards the group of them. I mean, we can definitely try to fix him up in there, but I think we should go in, on account of the whole Lesia seeing a heart thing.
Yeah, good call. We need to focus.
We need to.
So what about Mark's wound, by the way?
oh, injuries go away automatically. They're basically
injuries.
scratches.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure that.
Heck, he fell out.
Yeah. All right. Everybody back.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you. Let me fucking see if I can get the music to go.
I've never had Roll20 be this bad. I thought I'd seen it at its worst.
All right.
Discord.
Okay. So you've defeated the rock golems, and you're kind of standing about. You see there's some light ahead, flickering light from braziers on the wall. There's stairs in front of you that go up to another door, very similar to the one from the outside, not as big. And then there's a small stairway to your right.
Okay. Did Mark end up patching him up, or?
He didn't say if he was.
It sounded like you wanted him not to, but if you let him, he will.
Yeah, Zorath, once he sees that's where it cut off. So when Zorath kind of sees the the stuff you have in there, like actual bandages and stuff, he doesn't recognize most of it. This seems clean.
Yes.
That is good.
It's a good kit. Yeah. Can I take a look?
He seems skeptical at first, but nods. Zorath is not used to having others treat wounds.
To be honest, this is it's a bad one, but I'll do my best. All right, hold still.
Maybe we ought to get inside before you fix him up. What
Yes.
was the whole
We'll do
heart
that.
coming down the path thing, apparently?
Yes, you did mention that. Sorry, we'll go in.
Zorath nods. Zorath will be fine.
Can we further in, Lisa?
I will look up here for a moment. Oh, Lucio's going up the staircase.
Yeah, you see there's a woman. She's next to a bunch of books and scrolls, and she's looking through them. She kind of gives you a small look and gives you a nod. Hello, welcome to the library.
Pardon me, are you the librarian?
I am the librarian.
She kind of turns back and motions to everyone else. Up here. We were told to come and find you.
Yes. I am glad to see you are here all in one piece, more or less. Hmm?
Yeah, talking of which, just need to tend to my friend's arm, unless you've got a better way of doing it.
I would not. I wouldn't be caught dead doing that. That's not my job.
Yeah, alright. And he's going to try to heal him. Let's give it a go.
And Zorath looks at Mark. He looks at his arm. Proctor, yes. Proctor says this is not real.
Oh, yes, it's not real. But for while your stay in here, everything that happens in here happens until you're done with your test. And you are not done with your test.
And
We need to treat it as real, Zorath.
what do we need to do to complete our test?
Oh, you have to meet the mage and speak to him. What did you roll? Did you roll?
Looks like a 14.
That is a failure. We'll mark it as treated. So it cannot be treated again for 7 days, technically.
No, sorry.
Proctor
And,
would not have done much better.
and where do we find this mage?
Oh, he's in the room up there on the other side of the hall. I can unlock the door when you're ready to go in, but I do have a question for all of you. Since you are here, and yeah, I will give you two choices since it took you so long to get through my puzzle. It's unfortunate. You can have the gift of the present or the gift of the past. You should talk among yourself which you would like.
Yeah, Clark raises an eyebrow. Past as in collective, or what? The choices don't make sense.
Your present or your past.
Hmm.
Or the past of, well, Hourglass's past, I suppose.
Past is useless.
Yeah, you're roboting on us there.
How about now? Is that better?
Yep.
For now.
Sorry.
So,
But yeah, Zorath said the past is useless. Present.
I will let you come to a decision.
Talking about my past or present, I'd go for my past any time, but is it Hourglass is past or present? I don't know. Sometimes the past can teach us something about where something's come from, what it means, but I don't know. This kind of stuff's not my strong point. What do you reckon, Sam?
Well, like you said, we learn lessons from reflecting on the past. And if we're existing in the present, if we pass this test, we're going to find out about the present anyway. But I guess this might just be for this reality. I'll say past.
Alright, my vote's with Sam.
I suppose we all look to Lesia.
As you all kind of share your own opinions, Alicia is looking at Zorath and specifically his arm. And once both Mark and Sam choose past, Alicia will turn towards the librarian. I believe we will choose the gift of the past.
Oh, Wonderful. The past it is. She goes over to the books and she leafs, pokes a couple looking for the right one, and she kind of pulls one by the binding off and kind of catches it in the same hand and passes it over, and it just says past on the cover. Here you go.
Thank you.
Ah,
And-
you're most welcome.
Alicia will open it.
What happened? Now we lost Ghost.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this has been...
Man, everything is busted today.
Oh no.
The internet hates us. On the upside, my Discord looks like it's about to work, so I don't have to use the phone anymore. Once it loads. It started.
You back with us?
I don't know what that was up with.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you open it and read it? Was that what you said?
Yeah, she opens it to see what this is.
Ah, lost him again.
No.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Alright. You open the book, and there's no words, actually. It's actually like, it shocks you, probably. It's almost like a visual representation on the pages. Oh my gosh. The visual representation is, you see there's these... On the page, you see walking through, there's these creatures. They have these advanced-looking weapons, kind of like Samuel and Mark Walker have. And they are... you see these people, you specifically, all four of you, other people you don't know yet, and they're attacking them, gunning them down. They're dying. You're not sure if they're you or different versions of you. And then there's a scene switch almost, and you see that there's these spores in the ground, and one of the spore, it blows these, spores out into the air, and the stuff hits the ground, and it turns into these beasts. Eventually, you kind of like see them evolve in front of you, and then you see a picture of Mark Walker coming to this spawning ground, if you will, and he has a huge tank on his back, and he has this blowtorch, and he's blowtorching these spawns, and then you see this kind of mission dossier come down, and it says Tugrik extermination, and the end says successful goal, genocide. And then the book, the page goes blank in front of you.
Alicia looks really confused. I do not understand. What does this mean?
Oh, well, it is something you can do to ensure your own safety. It's giving you a possible look at what might happen, but in the past, if you go to this place and, scorch the earth of these creatures, then they will never rise. They will never evolve to attempt to kill you. You can talk to the dossier provider at the hub for more information.
Maybe keep this? And she
Oh
gives
yes,
to
it is
herself.
yours to keep.
Alicia's gonna pass it to Mark, since he seemed to be pretty important to that vision, or whatever it was.
And he kind of looks at it before he puts it away and looks troubled. He says, genocide. It's not a word I'm happy with.
This seems strange. He kind of points to the book. How do these images move?
They just do. I don't know how to explain it, but the good thing is the door is now unlocked upstairs if you want to go see Merlin.
Thank you for your help. We will continue our journey.
Yeah, thanks. Mark's looking troubled.
She just goes back to reading a book.
Okay. Alicia's gonna go down the stairs.
Okay.
Well, so she said down the stairs to Merlin, did she?
Well, down these stairs and up the other one.
Up the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep, head in that direction.
Yeah, Zorath follows along as well.
Is the door closed?
It's now open. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alicia will kind of like knock on the open door as she steps inside.
Oh, you've arrived. Welcome, welcome to Merlin's Chamber of Horrors. Young ones.
Your Chamber of Horrors?
Oh, yes, yes. I am the last of your tests here in the tower.
And what do we have to do?
Oh, well, there are several options. Would you like to reflect on your tests today with me? Just speak to me.
That sounds pretty horrible, but I guess we can always go that route.
It's so horrible to talk to an old man. One day you'll be old. Maybe you'll see yourself old, and then we'll see how horrible it is.
Zorath does not understand.
Yes, yes, I know. I've heard you say that thing many times today that you do not understand.
It would help if others explained then.
Sometimes it's hard to explain things, Zorath. There's many, many years and many, many discoveries between where and when you're from and where and when we're from. It's
Yeah,
hard to
and we
explain
don't
that
know what the
fast.
fuck's going on here anyway, to be fair.
Yeah.
At least Librarian admits she does not know.
I'm crashing again. I don't understand.
It's Roll20.
It's
Or
gotta be Roll20.
I mean,
Firefox as well.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's fucking
Firefox
crazy
issue.
today.
It crashed Firefox and Chrome.
Yeah, same here.
Yep.
It's bizarre.
So, okay. I don't know what's going on. Is there any, like... I see no, like, outage report.
It's weird.
Let me go to the forums real quick.
It's certainly bizarre.
Yeah, famous last words, but so far it's been fine for me.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues.
Weird.
Maybe you guys just need to be further north. That's what it is.
I'm in Michigan. I can only go so far.
Oh, yeah, okay.
North and that
Then
being
again,
Wyoming, and that is not acceptable.
It's like the it's from north of the wall. Oh no, you're south. You don't know what the real north is.
I don't know, I'm not seeing much. Okay. Goodness. Yeah, he leans back and, well, if we must talk, let us talk just a little while. Sorry you don't understand, but we're going to speak, Zorath. Is that alright?
Zorath is no fool. Zorath simply lacks experience.
Well, I am here to give you, well, a choice. A choice for your future, if you would have it. The choice is you can leave this all behind, all this pain and torment that you're likely going to go through, and you can stay in the medical bay of the hub and leave a pleasant life. Anything you had ever wanted would be yours. Anything. Your family's back, your disease is ridden, everything possible. Hunting, not being in exile, doing the greatest engineering tasks you ever have done. That could be you. It would not be real. Your body would be laying in the hub. But that doesn't matter. This is all real enough to you, isn't it? You could choose that path. Is this something that interests any of you?
We're here to learn. We're here to be challenged and trained. You tell us what we need to do.
So you don't want peace? You don't want your family back?
To live is to struggle. Without the struggle, we are nothing.
I was told that to get my family back, I have to change things. To change things, I have to become an agent. To become an agent, I have to pass this test. So I'll do whatever I need to pass this test. You tell me what you need me to do, I'll do it. If you want to talk and have us listen, I will happily listen. We're in your hands, old man.
Well, you speak for you, and you speak for you. He points to Zorath and Mark. What about the rest of you?
And Clark kind of stretches a bit and thinks on him. I mean, it is true I've only ever wanted to really just accomplish great things, be out in space, but I didn't work my ass off at SDTU and go through all that with the Monarch so that I could hang out in a med bay and play virtual reality. I'll have to pass and just embrace the suck, as they say.
I'll be right back. Sorry. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay. You just need a hammer to hit the back of the dagger with.
Sculpt me like one of your Greek boys. What? No. Get back into the rock formation, please.
Alright, let's finish this up real quick. The wizard. Alright, well, you can embrace the suck then, if that's just what they say. And what about you, girl?
Licia has been quiet, kind of nervously pressing the tips of her fingers together. But with everybody else's kind of resolutions and everything, she speaks up. Everyone else is right. If it is not real, then there is no point. I want to save everyone and have a happy life for real, not for fake.
Well, that is interesting. Well, you've all agreed to your futures on your pasts. Well, I am an old man. I was going to summon my pixies to attack you. And you see him do something, kind of stamps the end of his staff on the ground, and out of nowhere this thing just kind of pops up, and it's none of you guys really have a good idea of what it is, but this flying little elf almost. It has a bow in its hand, and it like shoots by Samuel's head and just like giggles and then disappears. And then Merlin says, "But the proctor thinks he's seen enough from you, so I guess it's to the hub then. To the hub and to the future for you."
Mark looks at that pixie appears and he murmurs to Samuel, who's next to him, "Jesus, now I've seen it all.
It's like a fucking video game.
Tell me about it. Still, we're in their world."
I haven't seen a pixie before, but it is as I've heard it described.
"Well, alright, you can wake up now." And he stamps his staff on the ground again. Your eyes shift open eventually, and you look around and you're on these medical beds. It just looks like Zorath. It looks like a cot to you or something. There's all these wires and tubes attached to you, and you see these nurses and doctors walk by. You look out this opaque screen and you see this giant like projection of all these worlds and this text hovering above it, just different, like you see Earth Alpha, Earth Beta, and like things about forking this and forking that, and all these just you don't really know what it all means just yet. And one guy enters the room very quickly, and he says, "Ah, yes, you've all passed your test, it appears. Welcome to Hourglass, and welcome to the future." And as he says that, the screen finally fades to black on this very, very bitten session of tech issues and now children issues.
My God.